Good evening and welcome to a new stream. Good evening because in Croatia we have night, and tonight we're flying from San Antonio to Houston. Again, a somewhat short flight. Should take us about an hour. Let's get the flight plan going. We are leaving the airport at runway 13 right. This will be our first waypoint. Set arrival to, what is that? 26 right. Why is this not allowed? Because of the manual. Hey Charlie, yeah, no camera tonight. I'm topless tonight. And me being overweight, it's nothing that looks good on camera. How you doing? How are you coping with the temperatures? Yeah, that's not what I want to show you. So yeah, but also it could be that I have to jump up. The kid just went to sleep, then was awake in a few seconds again, starting to cry, and yeah, it could be that the dad duties will kick in soon. So I thought it would be easier if I just not show my my sad face when that happens. I'm missing something. Nice. I wish we have some Scottish weather too. We're supposed to get tomorrow some type of bad weather, but not sure it will if it will just keep the promise. And yeah, the kid's doing good. The older one got back to grandma this evening, and yeah, the little one, the princess, did not have a good day. We had 2 days in a row guests over, and yeah, I mean, she didn't had any rest, constantly awake, and yeah, this evening started to cry again. So nothing new. Map not available. Did I forget something? I don't think I did. Hi Lauren. Yeah, Gran Turismo should see me, I hope, in a few weeks again. But for now, I just don't understand why I can't remove this. Not allowed. Why? Finally having the map. Good thing I don't fly real planes. Okay. Departure, this one. I mean, yeah, no Maggiore. Maybe off camera or off stream, but maybe one race, or maybe better to put it one qualifying lap or qualifying session, because not really a fan of jumping into the race and not being able, or not being sure if I will be able to finish it. Still not allowed. Not sure what this is, but gonna continue to fire up the engines. There it is. Looks like I still have to learn something in regards to this MCDU. Best case would be to delete the point. Engine number 2 coming alive. Waiting for 60. APU bleed, we don't need you. External power, we don't need you as well. That should be it. Do we have announcements? There's a sound. Actually, we do have, but nothing is coming through. Delayed? Are we delayed? Not sure about that, but give me a second now that you mentioning it. Okay, we should have a status bar on the top showing the progress of the flight. Oh, that could be a crash. Looks like just like in turn 1. Yeah, request taxi. We are already taxiing.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway tree 1 left using taxiway Golf Delta Alpha. Contact tower on 119.8 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway tree 1 left using taxiway Golf Delta Alpha. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Yeah, track limits are tricky here. But now I see the error because my flight plan on paper says 13 right. Now I hear 31 left. And that's not the runway I was hoping to get airborne on. Just gonna dismiss the rules. How was your flight, Charlie? Back from Vienna with that superb food. Yeah, this is online with other people, and like everybody that who plays with the real time, like time as time and real weather data is shown in the game. But you have also the option to play in a group. But yeah, it's like always multiplayer. Yeah, I have to say I wasn't impressed with the food, but maybe I'm not a seafood lover. Maybe because of that. Stable, full thrust. I'm on PC with this. There is the game, like you have it on PS5 as well. But yeah, I wasn't on the right runway, but my flight plan fooled me. Not sure why.
San Antonio
flying manually to the first waypoint.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, San Antonio approach, squawk 2415.
But Charlie, I don't know if you ever played a flight simulator, but it's a very pleasing experience.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, radar contact 1 mile south of Kilo Lima Tree Whiskey 1, 4200, altimeter 29er 92.
Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy contact approach on 128.05. Good day.
128.05 for Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Yeah, the music in the background could make me fall asleep as well. Something isn't right with this flight. I'm gonna continue manually.
Houston Center. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Yeah, my flight plan is messed up. Not sure what happened.
Radar contact continue.
I should have set the thrust to climb. Yeah, the flight plan doesn't recognize anything. Normally, I mean, you have your flight plan indicated by this green line, and once you program your flight plan, you usually just use the autopilot and the plane does everything for you. But in this case, and I'm not sure why, but at the beginning I had to connect the runway where I was taking off to the first waypoint, and this didn't happen. If you see KSAT is the runway I was taking off, 13 or 13R, and I had to connect it to this waypoint, WRKIT, and I couldn't for some reason, and it seems that the rest of the flight plan is unusable now, I guess. But the good thing is, once you have that programmed in, the airplane tracks the height, the speed, everything. And now I'm just yeah, like flying visually. Every time you see that dot, it means that the altitude in this case is in the managed mode, so the flight plan manages it. Here the heading as well, speed as well. But when I press the autopilot, the plane should turn left now. Let's try. Yeah, it decreases its speed too. and it's flying to the waypoint, to the white one. Let's call it Schneider. Yeah, this could be it. And also, once we pass the 10,000 feet mark, we want to disable our landing lights. Okay, now it looks good.
132.8 for Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Houston Center, Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, flight level 185.
The wife is writing messages. Kiddo fell asleep, but very, very close to her, and she is in fear of like not suffocating her. Yeah, I just need to step out for a bit, adjust the camera and watch the kiddo over the baby monitor. We'll be back in a few seconds. Back again. This blue marker indicates the so-called top of climb, so the point where we reach the cruise altitude, in this case 25,000 feet. Firing up the baby cam. Works perfect. Can the game make me do it? Depends on what aircraft you fly. This one is an add-on, and you have here in the settings somewhere, not sure where, but you could tell it firstly what emergency you'd like to have, but the aircraft can surprise you. Yeah, failures, and you have, I think, 200 plus failures. So yeah, I usually like to fly without any with all systems running, but you could IPPU, I don't even know what that is. Okay, flaps not working. I'm guessing you can still land the plane.
132.15. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy.
Yeah, the plane is very detailed.
Houston Center. Tommy Papa
Like,
Hotel India 129er heavy. Flight level 250.
you have also these circuit breakers, and everything works, so you could break a circuit, electrical circuit in this case, and something would stop the function, I think. So I'm not gonna try that. Yeah, like fuel pumps. And I think this level of detail you don't have with the default airplanes coming with the sim. And it's also okay, because I think the main thing everybody wants to do is just fly and not simulate to the highest detail what an aircraft can feel like and what it can experience and stuff. Myself, at least, I'm okay with this. For example, here this arrow showing down indicates the top of descent. Yeah, it is pretty cool, depending on how much you're into it. It's cool to learn stuff, and to, for example, when you were flying from Vienna back home, just to can somewhat have the image before your eyes what the pilots actually do. And like, for my basic understanding, it's pretty much all I want to know, what they do with these instruments they have in front of them. And I think pilots experience 1 to 2 failures in their 30-year career. So it's not very often that you have things not working, especially mid-air. But like, understanding all of this here, for me at least, is more than I would ever ask for. And yeah, here the top of descent approaching, the white arrow pointing down. Yeah, exactly. I have a neighbor. He also has, I'm searching just for the translation in my head. He has respect for these machines. But yeah, like, I would, if I ever find myself in a airplane where both pilots, because of some reason, passed out, I would feel comfortable grounding the airplane somewhat safe.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy.
At least I would have the confidence.
Hotel India 129er heavy.
Doesn't mean we would make it out alive.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Houston Center. Radar contact. Continue.
Time to go down again. We'll set an altitude of 12,000 feet. Everything below 10,000 is considered a landing approach. And when we set, like now the interesting part. When we set our destination altitude, a blue marker will appear where we will reach that altitude. And normally a pilot would decide how long he will have how long he wants to glide down in order to save fuel, because every airline gives you a so-called cost index. See, now our speed went a bit up from 280 knots to what is this? 288, maybe 289. So the plane accelerates. Now we have to go down. Yeah, and you like you can change the cost index, allowing the airplane to go quicker or even go slower, depending on if you had a delayed takeoff, or you need to make it in time because the airport closes and whatnot. So it's like you see where the decision is made. Looking at this blue marker here, we have much more to go, so we can decrease our speed even more, or decrease the altitude. This flight should be 1 hour long, but I'm now wondering why everything disappeared from the flight data. Let me reset that, please. Give me 1 second. There are, of course, dozens of apps and programs running in the background. Yeah, now we have a progress bar. Yeah, not sure what happened, why it went off, but there is some data. Whoop. We now should experience a left turn. Starting another app that makes cinematic camera views. Let's see if it works. Yeah. But then the sound is missing. I should probably get the premium version at one point to not have only 2 camera angles. Let's see at our flight plan. Yeah, basically just going straight. I did, and I saw a video taken from inside the aircraft. A guy or somebody was recording the left engine, I think, when sitting in the airplane, and I don't think they realized at that moment that they made it barely out alive. That was a very close call. Not sure why it took so long for the airplane to take off. That detail didn't reach me. Going down to 4,000 feet. Yeah, that would have been a massive, or it was a massive pilot error. But yeah, scary. Now the best part is when you fly autopilot, and I think 99.99% of the of every flight, the pilots have or use the ILS system, or instrument landing system, where you insert a frequency of antennas or transponders around the airport you're approaching, and the airplane gets guided to the runway, and you disconnect the autopilot maybe 400 feet above ground, and then land the airplane manually. You could even let the airplane touch down by itself. It would be a very hard landing. But it speaks a bit about how safe air travel is. One reason why you hate it, yeah, I can imagine. We are almost there. But would you say it's because of the G-force you're experiencing, or do you have fear not making it into the sky, or how would you describe it? But I understand when the rotation happens, you get pressed into the seat pretty hard. So yeah, I can understand that it's a uncomfortable feeling for these 3, 4, 5 seconds. And it sure is a critical moment. The pilots have a call out as soon as the rotation happens. One pilot monitors the altitude, and usually the call out is positive rate, gear up, like the airplane is climbing, we are safe. We saw on, what flight was that? Air India something. That one flight that crashed into the buildings right after takeoff, and all the analysis pointed to both engines being cut off. Like there's no coming back from that. yeah, the drop in thrust happens. Don't know if you saw it earlier, but you have this is the maximum setting. Toga stands for takeoff or go around speed. That's like just full power. And then you have the climb speed, where that's actually the maximum the engine can go, or rev, whatever, depending on what speed you set here or in the flight plan. So you let the airplane adjust its speed or its thrust to reach the set speed. But plenty of thrust to keep you in the air. Our descent rate is slowing down. Turned on the landing lights. I'm 3,000 feet too late, but still. There is the airport. Yeah, probably because it's not a natural thing to do for us humans. But still insane. Like, you board an airplane in Scotland and in 2 hours you're almost in Croatia. Like a totally different time zone, weather zone, everything completely different. And when you're flying in the winter, you always get to see the sun. We'll do a risky adjustment. If you see this waypoint chubs, it's taking us out too far out. See if I can delete it. Chubs. Clear. Ooh. Yeah, looks cleaner now. And we will be still 10 nautical miles away from the runway to capture the ILS signal. It's also important. How far away are you from Austria? Like in between us and Austria there's only Slovenia, and Slovenia you pass in 40 minutes. Let it be 1 hour. Like to Vienna, I have it's a 4-hour drive. Salzburg, maybe 4.5, 5. Like not exactly around the corner, but not too far away to not make it a day trip. Now comes the best part. We turned on the instrument landing system, and when we come close to that waypoint oval, this purple indicators should align with the cross we're looking at, and that means that they call it localizer. Signal is captured. The airplane glides down to the runway, and we are below 230 knots. That means flaps setting 1. From here on, it's just slowing down. I will need to use speed brakes. Gear down. Yeah, I can tell you will have things to see. Like Austria is beautiful, Slovenia as well, but it's small, and I don't know, I wasn't anywhere in Slovenia or I was at one spot, but very tiny, only with little kids. It's recommended to go there. And in Croatia, again, around the coastline, everything is too beautiful to be only one day there. Flaps full. Speed brake off. And I am a bit too high. A city breakout. What would that be? Wait. Wrong. I need to go down much quicker. Oh, okay, forgot to press the approach button. Now it's pressed. Speed brakes on. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. How to crash the airplane. Pull up. Autopilot again. Approach is on. Localizer captured. Now everything looks fine. Ah, okay. Understand it now. Yeah, like I think Dubrovnik, I would say 2 days is enough. but you have like Split, Zadar, Primosten. You have tiny, beautiful cities where you just fall in love with them, and yeah, I mean there is so much to explore. I reckon in Scotland as well. At least for us living like in Croatia, I would love to see Scotland. I would love to see Sweden, Norway, Greenland, even Iceland. From all the beautiful series I watched on Netflix, like the Vikings and stuff. Hey Mox, good evening, mate. We're just about to land in Houston. I believe that's in Texas.
500.
Now would call out minimums, and we would say continue because we feel confident landing this bird.
Glide slow. Sink rate. Glide slow.
40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard drive.
Okay, the plane is coming to end stop, to a stop. Beautiful. How you been? Been doing good. We had guests coming over yesterday and today, so full house with more and more kids in the crib or in the flat. So I'm enjoying my peace now. Thank you, Mox. 130 feet per minute is decent. Military pilots actually land their fighter jets with 50 feet per minute. That's buttering a landing. Oh, Mox, thank you for the subscription. Welcome in. No, you didn't. You didn't. I think it goes without saying, but I still will say it. I enjoy talking to you guys. Charlie, fun fact. I'm crossing a runway. I was on a flight to Dubrovnik from Zagreb, business related back then, and we had severe turbulences. At one point, I saw the tarmac in the window, like 100 meters above ground. And the pilot brought the airplane down in a hard landing, but the whole airplane, or all passengers started to clap. That was like a cold ground moment, you can say. I'm not sure where I'm going. Gonna park it just for the game to register that we made it here alive. And when I look at the baby camera, the baby is asleep, so could do another one. We double booked a holiday today. Yeah, that's the rich man's problem, right? Wait. Just turn off the engines. Thank you. Helicopter over Glasgow again. Why not? Why not? You can tell us about Glasgow then. Oh, we have a glitch. Looks like the graphics card is about to die. I like the sound of the bell. Helensburgh was on the map. Ah, here. Are you here in this area? Let us take off here and fly to, did I say it right? Helensburgh. Two naval bases. I don't see them. Ah, these two. Let's jump in. If we won't see much in the dark, we will switch to daytime. It's very dark. Let's change that. This looks better. But that Helensburgh sounds a lot like German. Helensburgh. And would that mean just Helens, a castle from Helena or Helena? How do you pronounce the name? Charlie, do you know, are these actually fuel tanks, these round buildings, or are they really buildings? Because the sim is interpreting them wrong, I think.
Glasgow approach. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is type. 1 mile southeast of Echo Golf Hotel Mike Tango, 300. Request flight following.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, Glasgow approach. Squawk 0737.
Squawk 0737. Tommy Papa
Let me turn on the city markers. Good.
129er heavy.
Helensburgh.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Radar contact 1 mile south of Echo Golf Hotel Mike Tango.
Oh, okay.
QH101 tree.
Then the sim does a good job.
Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy.
Gonna bring back the sun for a bit. So we're not stopping here then. Okay, Helensburgh seems to be yeah, pretty detailed in the game, since it has this icon of a city. Yeah, I mean the buildings are, well, I think photogrammetry is the word from Bing or Google Maps. So is this a church? Could be. This has to be accurate. And that's one landmark. I assume these buildings look similar. Maybe not all the buildings, but some of them. Yeah. I mean, for somebody who was never on site, looking at it, it looks interesting at least. Yeah, but the traffic is not good. The cars are on the right side. Here on the left. Snapping the power lines as we go. What's in Renton? This here? Are you speeding on this road? Cardross. Tell us something about this place. Okay. Yeah, I tend to drive slightly above the limit when I need to go to work. Just because it's always a pain bringing the little one into kindergarten. It always takes ages. Has a wood mill, okay. A functioning one. This here has to be a residential area, I think. Looks like it at least. Mox is trying to get his money back for that double holiday booking, I assume. Dumbarton. Now I wonder, is this a real company? Food and Dash? A football stadium in front of the rock. Okay, so not Food and Dash. Is this the football stadium? Looks like it. But not represented well enough, I'd argue. Let me just go into the marketplace to see if there is scenery for your area. World. Okay, scenery. Is there a way to... Usually you can look stuff up on the map. Mid-Atlantic USA bridges. Not what I was hoping for. But let me show you one cool thing you can do in the simulator, or what kind of places you can visit. I'm searching for Salt Lake City. Yeah, let's start here. Not sure if you knew, but near Salt Lake City they have a huge mine, but it's not a underground mine, it's an above ground, on ground, whatever, open mine.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is type.
And you can fly in that thing.
India 0 Papa 7000. Request flight following.
And just like you can start to understand the scale of this huge hole they digged. Let me take you for a ride.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Radar contact 5 miles west of Kilo Juliet India 0 Papa 5800. Altimeter 299er 2. Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Like the helicopter has trouble climbing. Okay. And here they had two massive landslides. I think 211 and 13. Now look at this, brace for, can't say impact, but yeah, this would trigger some fears, Charlie, even for me who loves flying. Look at this now. Look how deep that goes. Imagine working here. Like you need one shift to just get down.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy contact Salt Lake approach on 135.5. Good day. 135.5 for Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Yeah, Charlie, you nailed it. But it's high and deep as well at the same time. And it's, for me, it's insane that this place is real. And this is the only mine I flew to. But here you have the aftermath of one landslide. Yeah, just look at it.
Salt Lake approach. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy 5700.
Like I was once got down to the bottom for a short I made, and I had to climb for 2 minutes before I could leave this mine. I just straight up 2 minutes, didn't touch nothing, just let the helicopter climb. Insane. Or when you want to discover the Grand Canyon, it's mind-boggling. It's you can't even understand to how big this is. Let we come up to the top
Hotel India 129er heavy contact.
and exit the helicopter.
Good day.
That's one thing you can do in
5.5. Tommy
the
Papa
Flight Sim 2. That was too sharp of a turn. Like, have a look. Let's jump to the Grand Canyon. Yeah, not even sure where to start.
Los Angeles Center. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy is type. 13 miles south of Kilo Golf Romeo Mike, 9700. Request flight following.
Okay, this is a detailed part of the world.
Papa Hotel India 129er heavy, Los Angeles Center. Squawk 4026. Squawk 4026. Tommy Papa Hotel
Mox, I can imagine you will enjoy that time.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Radar contact 13 miles south of Kilo Golf Romeo Mike, 8600. Altimeter 299er2. Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy.
This must be a place for the elite. We crashed the airplane.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Verify squawking 4026.
This goes down deep. But it looks amazing.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Your transponder appears in
Mox, you can always FaceTime him.
reset squawk 4026.
But it's understandable, jokes aside.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 4026. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. ATC services terminated. Good day. Los Angeles Center. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy is type. 12 miles north of Kilo November 6 Oscar Juliet, 3600. Request flight following. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy, Los Angeles Center. Squawk 4073. Squawk 4073. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er heavy. Radar contact 11 miles north of Kilo November 6 Oscar Juliet, 3300. Altimeter 299er2. Roger.
This is not a spot in the world where I would want to find myself on foot. Skeleton Point. What's that? I wouldn't even try it. Wouldn't even try it. Oh, what's that? We have something here. Type of resort. Interesting. Can we make it under the bridge? We can. Yeah, Grand Canyon. Fascinating. Anybody been to New York? Is this New York? Yeah. I flew around a couple of times now. But this is a city I would love to see. A tour of my hometown will do so. Let's just have a quick flight around New York. The Statue of Liberty. Or just above the city. The new World Trade Center. Been once, hated it. Why? What part of it did you hate?
New York approach. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is type. 1 miles west of November Kilo Tree Niner 1000. Request flight following.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, New York approach. Squawk 044 tree.
Squawk 044 tree. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
This place is so huge.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Radar contact.
Dirty, ignorant, and expensive.
600. Altimeter 2
Yeah.
niner niner 2.
Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Don't like none of that.
Climb and maintain 2000.
I had neighbors going to Philadelphia for the game, I think Ghana against somebody,
Climb and maintain 2000.
and they also said it's just a lunatic town. But still, I would love to see it, experience it. Fox, one more thing, one more reason to not go there. But Tokyo is also a town worth seeing. My brother was there. I hardly ever left Croatia. That's why I used the simulator.
942. You are 300 above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 2000 altimeter. 2992.
I'm not sure, but I think I heard the fact that this Empire State Building made its most money with people going to the viewpoint. Like they are cashing in big time, selling tickets. Let's go down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Skills were missing. Let's go to Zagreb, my hometown. Okay. This is an This is a add-on, one of the few I purchased to make the area look very real. Okay, taking off. Welcome to the tour around Zagreb. So this is our new airport, named after the first president of Croatia, Franjo Tuđman, Dr. Franjo Tuđman. A pretty beautiful airport, especially when you stand in front of it. To the left we have the military part, where our new but used, or used but new, Rafale combat aircrafts are parked. They sound insane. In reality, they really can make your ears go bad. Okay. I look from the back. Yeah, looking very decent. So now we are going to the east part of the city, where I'm located, or very near that. So this is a road I used to drive on when I pick somebody up from the airport. Then we'd go here to the highway. Then to the right. I see I should have maybe took a plane instead of a helicopter because the city is not that small. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, if you ask me. Box, not sure. Yeah, the cars are on the right side of the road. But for example, here we have IKEA and we have Burger King. This is a outlet center. And here we have IKEA. This is where the city begins. And I usually drive on this part of the highway, speeding, just like now. And here normally starts the traffic jam, especially in the mornings. Let me climb a bit. Yeah, to the right you have now the city park called Sesvete. I have a ton of friends there. Used to work in this building for 7 years. That's a furniture store called Lesnina.
Descend and maintain 2100. Etihad Tree 4.
Maybe I can fly by my workplace. I gotta say, I kind of enjoy the food from IKEA. Never skipping that. Yeah, the photogrammetry here, not the best, but not the worst either. Maybe if we climb a bit. Let's make a small excursion. Charlie, I expect you to know the stadium Maximir. Flying over a shopping center. We have them all over the place. Yeah. You buy stuff to throw it away. I know that. Charlie, does this look familiar? Or even to you, Mox? Dinamo Zagreb, yes. Let's not crash here. This part of the city is called Maksimir, and they have a Maksimir Park. Used to come here quite frequently back in the days. But now it just takes too much time. Let's go to my workplace. Then we will go to the... Or let's now go to the center. You notice the skyline is pretty shallow, so no high-rise buildings, maybe 3 or 4. Okay. This church got damaged during the earthquake a few years ago. Whoop. So one part of the tower broke off, and they dismantled the second one too. And then you have the main square. Yeah, we say Trg Bana Jelačića. And you have a city park. That's a very below the helicopter. That's the most beautiful part of the town for me. Heading to the main rail station. Whoop. This is, like, in reality, this looks very beautiful. And we're going to the left. Ooh. Not to crash it. And here to the right, we are approaching the building where I work at. So this on the left is a business complex. Many companies are inside. This is where I commute to work, and it takes every day about an hour to go one way. Then we have these 3 buildings. We call them the rockets. Maybe you can see on the way these buildings are built, they can withstand earthquakes up to a magnitude of 12 on the Richter scale. Reinforced. Impressive when you stand in front of them. And fun fact, this building doesn't exist anymore, this tall one, Večernji List. It was set on fire, they say by accident, but it stood empty for many years, I think over a decade, and they demolished it, and now they will build other stuff there. Mox could be. The thing I was told is that they can withstand 12. Not sure what that looks like. But you could be very right that the maximum is 10. And yeah, the most of the city is made up of old buildings. Here and there you have new ones. Residential buildings are getting built quite a lot, but in the very center of the town, it's all those old buildings. I'm not sure, probably just by calculating it. And we have a mountain within the city. That's, I think, pretty rare. It's called Sljeme. No, the peak is called Sljeme Medvednica. That's the name of the mountain. With a little castle. Yeah, Zagreb is massive. Let me just reach the point up there. That is a viewpoint. I again used to drive with friends up there many times. We even used to go there by foot. That was not fun. Hmm. 9-5. Sounds like nothing was left after that. This should be an old castle. If it's modeled. Not really. And yeah, there is only one road leading up the mountain and one road leading down. And it's a one-way street. And here we have the broadcast tower, if it's called like that. Very tricky to get up here in the winter. But yeah, when you look from here, Zagreb is not a tiny city. Like, it's huge, but just with no high-rise buildings, so. Not too bad, not too bad. What could we visit next? Ah, it is modeled. Okay.
Let's go 5708. Descend and maintain 3200. Descend and maintain 3200. Let's go 5708.
Yeah, here we have festivals sometimes in the summer with nice lighting. Nice place to visit, hard place to reach. Let's go to Mox's area. It was too fast, I agree. Where's the mice? Paris. But Mox, you will have to remind me. Below Antwerp, I remember Boom was a tree, right? As a Baum. Billebroek, Blasfeld, Breendonk. Down a bit, Tisselt, Ramstonk, Monterzeil. De Knip. Oh, I talked a lot. What spot? Boom, indeed, yeah. Boom, okay. Take us on a sightseeing tour, please. In what direction should we go to?
Brussels approach. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is type. 5 miles southwest of Echo Bravo Echo Uniform. 200. Request flight following. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Brussels approach. Squawk 4132. Squawk for 132. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Radar contact 5 miles southwest of Echo Bravo Echo.
They used to make bricks.
QNH 1013. Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
What else do we have? Oh, sorry. So this has to be the factory now. The brick factory. Right. Yeah, they have this chimney. Usually a sign of brick factories. But are you exactly in this place or nearby? What is this huge building? This is a just warehouse. Okay. So these are the roads where you speeding, where you do your speeding on. Probably drifting around this roundabout. Where does this road take us? But this is insane. A highway on a lower level. I saw that only around Munich. To Antwerp. Cool port. Is that near you, Charlie? Listen, never visited Brussels. Landing on the roof. They can't flash when you're driving down. Interesting. Interesting. Charlie, we will change the scenery. Give me just 1 minute. I want to pay my tribute to Mox. Maybe even landing on his building. Enjoy the view, Mox. Looks surreal. Whoop. Okay, I'm trapped. Haha. No, I wish there was a kebab shop. I could use a kebab now. I should not have mentioned it. And yeah, when you see all these green dots, these are the multiplayer, like the live players now. Ah, that's the second naval base, right? We today had a lot of grill But it's a new day already, so could use a pizza now too. A pepperoni pizza, New York style. I would not say no to that.
Glasgow approach.
Oui,
Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is tight.
I did not know that.
Foxtrot Bravo Lima 300. Request flight following. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, Glasgow approach. Squawk 0036.
Usually they tend to hide military places,
36.
especially ones like that. But see for yourself.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Radar contact 1 mile east of Echo Golf Foxtrot Bravo Lima 300. QNH 101 Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
But this has to be a area with restricted access, right? Or can you just drive with your Fiesta around here? Hope it never happens. Oh, okay. Makes sense. But I think I already left now the area. But are you saying you have atomic bombs or nuclear bombs stored here? And if so, what if they go off? What's this? Looks like a rocket or 3 rockets. Or just a tank. Nothing serious, probably. Is it here somewhere? You wouldn't even notice, I think. Looking to the left. Maybe out of sight.
Glasgow approach. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is type 1 mile south of Echo Golf Foxtrot Bravo Lima 300. Request flight following. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy, Glasgow approach. Squawk 7051. Squawk 7051. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Not sure I'm seeing this
Radar contact 1 mile east
Glitzeragan.
1200. QNH 101 Roger. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Ah, now I see it. Searching again. Ah, okay, training camp. Maybe we can find the entrance. Okay. The one to the right. Ah, okay. So the one to the left.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er. Heavy contact Scottish Center on 119.875. Good day. 119.875. Tommy Papa Hotel India.
Hotel India 129er Heavy, Scottish Center, QNH 101 Radar
Yeah, but
contact.
however, like too close for comfort. If anything goes wrong with that,
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy contact. Glasgow approach on 119er.
stay this side of the water.
Good day.
So this mountain, it has to be right.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
This one I'm looking at now. Did you receive a sentence box? What type of judgment? Charlie, I have to say, lovely scenery being up here. At some point you will have to look. What could we visit next? Charlie, I think that's a good idea. On stream and now. Let me just see if I can find another mine. There is a mine in, we say, Chile. It should be visible. Or not. Looking for mines. Yeah, Mox, let us feel your pain. This can't be it.
Antofagasta Center. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy is tight. 4 miles north of Sierra Lima Whiskey Tree Oscar. 16,600. Request by following.
Tommy Papa Hotel India
Ooh, this aircraft is underpowered.
1202. Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy. Radar contact 5 miles north of Sierra Lima Whiskey Tree Oscar.
Here should be a huge mine,
QNH101 train.
but I don't see any.
Tommy Papa Hotel India 129er Heavy.
This is in Chile. It should be just a huge mine. But I think I'm gonna crash this aircraft. Maybe we can get some dust in the air without a full stop. Yeah, here should be a huge mine. Let me look up Google Maps. This is it. This is it. Helicopter, where are you? Another huge one. But I have to say, Salt Lake City was more impressive. Yeah, Charlie, no hurry. Probably gonna do the same in a bit. Going back to the menu, to our beautiful world. And I think I'm gonna call it a night too. Is this Mox the Caleb? Is that his name? The guy with the oh, how do you say brille? With the lenses. But basically destroying people. Yeah, I like his content too. I'm not subscribed, but every time I see, yeah, glasses, thank you. Every time I see his short popping up, I enjoy it for the most part. But then I'm also astonished by how ridiculous people can be. Where I think one time there was a girl that bought, I think, a Jeep, and she wasn't working, and her boyfriend was like in debt. He had massive debt, and to compromise him even more, she bought a car that he had to pay for, something like that. It was just stupid. But interesting content, and he made a fortune with that podcast, or with that format. But yeah, boys, I think time to shut down the PC. I want to thank you for popping in, for chatting with me for so long. Yeah, those Americans are crazy. Not all of them, but there are really people really detached from all reality. And also, Mox, just to finish off the topic, I wasn't aware that they have such high interest rates for the loans in the USA. Like, a guy was paying a few years his loan back, and the main part of the loan wasn't almost untouched. So he was paying interest basically the whole time. But yeah, insane world that we're living in. Guys, again, thanks a ton. Have a good night. And Mox, I hope the letter you received will have more or less good news for you. Let us know. We'll be waiting. And until the next time, maybe in Gran Turismo, maybe in the Flight Sim, who knows. Take care. All the best to you. I see you around. Good night.